that, you tried to follow up the other lines of inquiry that were illegally acquired by the lot of you. Let's face it, you got that information in the first place thanks to breaking and entering. Now that you're far and again way beyond that point, I will reveal to you that there are so many different ways you could have gone about getting this information, and none of it even had to be illegal. But, you know, such is the way of things. You got the stuff in the end. Chased down some information. There was a gnome enchanter who has had some dealings potentially with them, and indeed might be the very same person who was being paid to craft magic locks to go in a box. That box, discovered later, happened to be a cell, effectively, and it contained a vampire and her thrall. They were sat around in there doing, well, sitting around, while they were watched over by one Lance Ferrari. Likewise, in the base were some bloodthirsting dogs of unnatural strength and musculature, and some zombie cowboys. You know, totally normal things. After, well, a pretty easy fight on your part, you defeated your foes, captured Mr. Ferrari, and got all the information you could out of him for releasing him, at which point he then climbed into a armored half-track and flew out a warehouse wall and drove off into the sunset.
What a goddamn national hero of America.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he may have gotten caught, but he sure as shit, you know, drove off into the sunset with a fucking tank. So, I mean, you know, it could have been a lot worse, all things considered. And then we're going to spruce on over. Good safe house. It is a brand new day, quote unquote. Or more likely, there is not a massive amount that you can do. The runaround is performed and your shit is collected. You now have a PDA with a whole bunch of like actual back and forth information that appears to have been collected by Lance Ferrari for insurance and blackmail, and proof that he was hired to guard this location. And chasing a little bit further, well, let's find out. Hey Vladko, would you like to make a computers roll?
Yeah, sure. Does anyone want to give me inspiration or assistance?
Well, I don't have inspiration, and I don't think I have
I mean,
necessary...
bardic dice, sorry. My brain's just not...
I don't have bardic either.
Well, some of us do, Amzal, so...
Yeah, you should. You
hush.
speak up then.
I'm not talking over you, you fucker.
You have 0 bardic inspiration dice left. So
yeah.
What was that about? I've got bardic,
So
though?
we could do that tomorrow,
Okay.
if you want to wait,
Well,
but I can't today.
Agent Era is happy to wait a day or whatever. She's got her new drink glasses. She's essentially kicked you guys out the curb and gone off to her own place. She, like, you know, crams like a $30 in Fid's hand and tells him, you know, go to McDonald's or something, treat yourself.
McDonald's with how many people?
4 people, get a fuck ton of nugs.
Have you been to America?
5 people even.
McDonald's.
Oh, of course not.
It's a bit more expensive than the one in England.
Whatever, she gave you $30 and said enjoy a McDonald's. Whether that's enough or not, I guess that's, you know, up to you guys. It can supplement your expenditure. Get yourself a larger box of nugs than usual if you really, really want it. Yeah, in which case you've been left for the night. Welcome to, you know, rest. If you have hit dice to spend, spend them. When you complete a long rest, you get half of them back. Yeah, then you have all your resources, like your bardics and your rages and all that shit.
Do you heal a automatic amount?
Oh,
Or is it only if you still hit dice?
spend
I
it.
think I'm at
Nice.
4 HP anyway, aren't I?
You are at 19 of 21. You did the healer's kit on yourself. Sorry, no, you spent all of your hit dice, and you were able to healer's kit yourself before you rest. And considering it's 1d anything plus your +4 plus hit dice, like yeah, no worries. You can top yourself off to full before the night is done and wake up healthy and with
Cool.
half your health there, the hit dice back. Is now 1 out of 2.
Yeah, that's good.
Of course, you can call that 1 your like a barbarian dice, which is a way better one.
Does anyone else need medical, or are you all good? I don't know if anyone was still injured.
Everyone else is completely unharmed or have already healed up.
Actually getting hurt is for scrubs.
This is true. No one actually got fucking bit or clawed by the zombie. Grumble, grumble. I mean, they were made to be shamblers, but I'm still kind of sad that they at no point ever managed to bite or even hit someone with a bullet. That's about work stuff.
I technically need to call Ferrari about his gun eventually.
I mean, it's a night, it's a fresh morning. You're welcome to give calling him a go. So, you know,
Yeah, go on.
you're also actually update your health and your hit dice and your rages on your sheet.
Will do.
And get you in the habit of making sure that your sheet and stuff is up to date, because that's important. Because then in the future, if you're ever like, I'm pretty sure I have this thing, and then I say, is it on your sheet? And then you go, no. And then I go, then you don't have it. Because
I gotcha.
that's how it go. Thank you.
Do I have to write down the stuff I got from him?
There is a party loot table.
Yeah, because I was going to potentially sell it all back to him.
You want to...
Not the pillowcases. No, those aren't mine.
The pillowcase of lilacs obviously went to Edrison.
Yeah, the cash is split up. The
Yeah,
rest of it,
split.
I might just sell back to him.
You want to sell
So
him
what was-
back... I mean, yeah, the custom fitted body armor is just normal body armor to
Yeah,
literally
like-
everybody else.
Yeah, so it's like I might try and see how much if he wants back. So yeah, I'm gonna see if he's not interested in buying it all back. I'll split it up amongst the party. But first, she's gonna see if she can sell it all back to him
Sure.
as a combo deal.
Yeah, alright, you can make a phone call in the morning. And when
Do you
you...
want to go ring ring? Or... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, when you call him, there is some, like... Pretty sure you can hear, like, bluegrass music on in the background over the sound of this, like, heavy vehicle moving. And there is some rummaging before a phone is set to hands-free. Hello, how can I help?
Hello, this is your local Western sales girl. I've got a good old rifle here. I reckon you might want to buy it.
Uh-huh. So you took my weapon to sell it back to me, is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I thought we discussed.
Alright, sure. I can do that. How much you looking to sell it for?
How much you willing to offer?
I'll rattle off a number. Comes to about 200 gold.
And what if I throw in the rest of your gear too? With the custom fitted armor and all that jank.
400.
I think we might have a deal there.
Alright. And, how are you expecting to get this to me? I can certainly stop by, but I imagine that might cause you some problems.
I can meet up with you.
Alright. And then you hear, like, at last, like, the loud background noise of this half-track coming to a stop. Door opening, and there's just, some, like, maybe some road traffic sounds in the background. Okay, then where'd you want to meet?
I don't know any fucking place in the city. That's out of character. I said that, by the way.
Sure, sure.
Okay, in character. I don't know the city very well. Where do you think? Not exactly the.
Yeah,
the
I
smoothest thing
recommend
to say.
Stab Alley. Nothing bad ever happens in Stab Alley.
What about Backstab Alley? I heard that one's a little better.
No, the pimps there are very mean.
Where do you Are there any places that Vodka would know with her back? I mean, are they all new to this area?
Yeah, you're all basically completely new to the area. It is a place to explore.
I mean, if you want a neutral ground, there is that one bar of independent neutral area.
It's true. All of those bars are 100% agreed and guaranteed neutral ground. People who fuck that neutral ground up die or disappear. Whether you're agencies or independents yourselves.
Yeah, I guess one of the neutral grounds might be more to a tasting. So if there's one that looks like a seedy Russian shithole.
Oh no, none of them are seedy. Like, they're legitimate places of business. Like, you can go there and you can get drinks and food and you can pick up jobs and get in touch with like information brokers and trade for illegal goods, and it's all Shadowkind business.
Do any of them look more like clubs?
I mean, the one here in Phoenix is a bar. I think I've shown the background off for it before.
Yeah, Fred, there aren't multiple ones in each city.
There's just one.
Yeah.
Alright, I misunderstood that. I should just go there then.
A friendly
Nice one,
coyote,
simple.
huh? Alright, sure, I can meet you there. Alright. Before you head off to go and make this gun trade, would you like to try that computer's roll and set your companions off in the right direction?
Yeah, sure. Let me hit buttons.
And of course, you know, I've preemptively knocked off an inspiration since that was the whole point of waiting.
Do we need inspiration?
It usually works in, like, you get different amounts of stuff for different levels of success, so going from an 18 to a 20 is usually help.
Is it a 1d6 or a 1d4?
D6.
Oh, we got 20.
Alright. With a 20. It's here. So it would seem that Alex Dow, with the help of some, in this, admittedly unnamed black marketeers who do work in Shadowkind stuff, managed to secure some warehouse space. Simply put, he wanted to buy the equivalent of a magical chemical weapon off of them, but his investment flopped. However, this investment was made with Delfino family funds, in particular. Funds that were originally just loaded in the business's legitimate, big air quotes, front. As a result for this...
Basically...
yeah, sorry?
Sorry, so he's basically robbed the Delfinos,
Yes.
and then his plan's fallen through, so now he's got no money to show for or a plan.
That's true. And so he, you know, went a step further and paid a mercenary to get a little bit of revenge and see that this chemical weapon were instead made by him and his people. So far as you can tell by all of this, like, information, he doesn't have people of his own. In fact, Lance Ferrari has tried to get in contact with him to, like, see when these guys are being gathered from him, and didn't get a response, but considering he'd already paid up front, Lance was happy to sit back and wait. Again, looking around, I suppose, and going through it, you could probably read between the lines in that these, like the zombies and the dogs, are failed results of this chemical work. Although the actual depths of them, Hard to say. There isn't any information on whatever this second organization's inner workings are like.
So really going Resident Evil this route, are we?
Yeah, and you know, this game was written before the Resident Evil 2 remake came out, so get off my fucking back.
I'm just joking a little bit.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know. Just saying, when some really large guide comes up, I will play XCOM, give it to you, but, you know, we're going to accept that on the nose that it was already planned.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, okay, so and any Mr. X's were not originally planned. That said, I don't think I like you guys as odds if I give you an unkillable enemy you're supposed to run away from. I see all of you dying to it instead.
I mean, you can KO him, even in the game.
I wouldn't do that though. I'd give you an actual legitimate constant threat. Come on now.
Oh, so you'd be mean in the
Yeah,
game.
of course I would. What, are you
I mean,
crazy?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a role-playing game. You can make shit up in a role-playing game. In an actual like video game, there are set rules that you have to go by.
Pretty sure real life has set rules too.
I wouldn't know. You guys keep trying to break all of those anyway. I think the only rule that still stands currently is entropy. And then, to be sure.
What does that word mean?
Never mind.
Google it! I was being sarcastic.
Are you? It's hard to tell sometimes.
Define entropy immediately into the Google.
Yeah, funny.
Okay, so you've gotten your information, passed it on to the others, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you tell anyone you're going to go and make this deal?
I will make Finn aware that I'm getting rid of the gun. That's about it.
Alright. I'm sure you know what you're doing, but you want any backup on that? You did almost get your arm melted off by the thing.
Maybe, but I am going to the neutral grounds to do it, so I should be fine. Unless he drives me down on the way with his APC that we let him have. Which all in all wouldn't be the worst end in the world.
An extreme way to go out, for sure.
Well, while I do have absolute confidence in mine and everyone else's abilities against most things, if he decides to run you down with an APC, there is jack of all shit any of us can do. So good luck and have fun.
Should give him a little wave. You go, ta-ra.
Yeah, over to the friendly coyote. Oh, I assume it's not tagging up. Unless, do you sneak after Vladka?
No.
Okay.
I have not much reason.
Dope. Okay. So it's probably like, I don't know, 11:30 in the morning?
Yeah, sure. If that's what we call in the morning.
It's the crack of almost noon.
Almost lunchtime.
It's almost time to get up. And it's a bit busier today, you know, it's a peaceful enough day at the very least. Looks like the weekend's crept up. There are some people sat around chilling and talking, people doing business or like playing games at tables. Some people are actually, you know, properly drinking. It's not overbearingly hot today either. It's just like a little bit overbearingly hot instead of super terrible. You are the first to arrive, and how are you carrying the gun and armor, by the way? Like, people don't mind you carrying in here, as long as you don't go pulling weapons out, no one's gonna ever give a shit, in fact. Like, there isn't a single person here who isn't capable of defending themselves with hand magic or gun, whatever.
It's in my satchel, but I will have a extra bag that I've already just bought up for cheap on the fly to like a what's it called? Well, there's really big bags that we use for the gym.
Duffel bag, gym bag, something like that.
A duffel bag for the rest of the stuff.
Sure.
Just because I don't think my satchel, unless it's something an encumbering thing, would have all of that very easily in there. Not with the sword or anything, anyway.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, you're able to arrive first and drop your stuff down, and you sitting at the bar or at a table?
At a table near the back. I will ask the make the bar person aware that I'm hoping to pass along a gun and some stuff to someone in the bar.
Oh shucks, that's okay, sweetie. So long as you don't intend to go handing that gun out barrel first, it's largely like any of us are gonna mind.
Just to make sure that no one gets upset that I pull a gun out my bag.
That's all good. She'll like
Alright,
wave
cool.
to a table. Is there anything I can get you? Drink, food? There's some muffins, bacon.
Sure, I'll have a muffin.
And Tanya will like step around the back.
And a black coffee, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. She'll pop on the coffee and head around the back, and before coming out with like a fresh tray of muffins. She has one of those, you know, the little spinning plastic table plate things that you throw a bowl onto the top of. She'll like slide that out, and a couple of probably just like familiar people at the bar will perk up on seeing her line out a bunch of muffins. A Doug's boy from before who like came and ate a shit ton of ice cream milkshakes immediately purchases like 3 muffins and begins scarfing them down. And while you're sat there, coffee and a muffin is brought in. So happens to be that by the time you're getting settled in, a familiar like figure will darken the doorstep. Walking the rest of the way in, fanning himself off with one hand. Mercy me, it gets plenty hot around here.
Like a sort of wave him down the other side of the room while she takes another drink of the coffee.
Yep. He does the cursor, like look around the bar, then sees you, wave and nod. As he approaches, you can see like he doesn't really look like he slept much, and he hasn't had a time to like shave or freshen up. He's one of those people who you could see him clean shaven at night, but they wake up and the stubble's like an inch thick or something crazy.
Yeah.
All
How about
right.
you?
Hope you don't mind if I order one of them myself. And he'll wave down one of the palms.
I was gonna order you some, but you're just like a settled out.
Alright. But continue settling yourself in a little bit longer then. He'll go fetch drink and food himself. Although he just turns up with just like toast and eggs.
Where do you even park your vehicle? Is it just outside the bar?
Not outside this bar. The vehicle is parked, but a lot further away. I caught a cab.
That's convenient. Fair enough. Probably a good thing I gave you that money back then. For a cab.
He will quirk a brow and be like, I suppose so. Anyway. He will rummage into his pocket and before pulling out a wallet. He opens it up, fans the contents, revealing a stack of notes that in game terms is 400 gold. There's no like ID or anything in the wallet, and he just slides the whole thing over to you. And that should just about cover it.
She'll put the duffel bag on with his gear first, and then she'll count the cash.
Yeah.
Or make a show of counting it before she'll get the gun out as well. And she'll put that across the table. Do I take damage then 'cause I'm touching it?
From the wallet, sorry?
From the gun.
Oh, from the gun. Yeah, you absolutely do. Although this time I assume that you're going to act, you know, with some pre-planning, not on purpose, just fucking grab this thing. You know, gloves, maybe? No,
She'll put a
alright.
glove on her right hand. Yeah, she'll feel like.
I was worried by that pause to be like,
I feel-
fine, bare
I feel-
hand grab it again.
I feel like you've judged me really poorly as a human being. I do. That worries me more.
I would,
taking the damage.
yeah, I'd just be,
I hope you know that.
yeah, I would just start mashing the smite button, probably a couple times too many as you're pulling up. Like, no, you drop it, it lands on your foot, you take some more damage. I don't know. No, you put in a glove and pull it out.
Oh yeah,
Great.
I walked in bare feet as well, didn't I? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yep, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you wore open-toed shoes as well. It was a bad It was a bad choice. No one carries a gun and wears flip-flops at the same time who isn't just actually trashed off of like 40 light beers. What I did was I drank 40 Pabst, went out in some board shorts and some flip-flops and fired a revolver wildly into the sky.
That's definitely one version of the American Dream.
Oh god, next thing it's socks and open-toed shoes.
See, I'm not clever, that's how you know it. I came prepared.
No, the best dressed person here is obviously Nathan Brannigan in his velour outfit. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm sitting on the other side of the bar from him.
yeah. He's chatting up a very buxom woman who is dressed in like a long coatier and like, covered in feathers and stuff, and just like resting on the edge of the bar, like she's sat up in a corner. Is like a big goat skull with more of these furs and a cloak hanging off of it. Although sat wearing the skull is just like a bird who keeps poking its head out through the eye.
Just too much information, I think.
Yeah. So you hand him the gun. He'll crack it open and take a look inside and make sure there's nothing fucky about it. Or
Oh yeah, he finds all the explosives lined in there. All of them.
look, I know you haven't got any shit. He doesn't know you haven't got any shit. It's customary for him to crack it open and take a look. He'll like turn it over and look at the stock where you grabbed it first, and he'll just sigh, like start brushing away some dead skin. Damn, I knew that thing would have hurt you. You should really be careful about that. You could do some pretty permanent damage to your nerve endings.
I actually had a question about that.
Go right ahead.
And she sort of folds and stacks the cash. Rather than getting cash, could you instead teach me perhaps how to do more of the things that you can do?
Missy, a lot of the things that I can do are born of convictions. Powerful convictions and a greater being than myself. And an oath the one keeps as well. Admittedly, my oath is to money and myself. Not everyone manifests power in a similar way. He'll look around, start peeking out people. I guess he'll use an ability. He'll look around before sniffing. He points at like a looks like a relatively like ginger bearded dude perched up onto a chair drinking far too early in the day to be drinking what can only be just like fucking tumblers full of neat whiskey. Try asking that man over there. I'm sure he could teach you something useful about it, but frankly I don't think paladinry is quite your type.
Either way, wouldn't it be worth you the cash?
Look, and I'd be happy to do that, but if it's something I could teach, perhaps I would. I can't teach being what I am. Make some money,
Sure, fair enough.
practice. You'll learn different kind of whatever. I don't know. You'll learn things as you go along, I'm sure. Most people who stay in this business and don't wind up dead figure out something for themselves.
She'll frown and lean back.
Sort of spread his hands. So yeah, keep the cash. Although this gun, I will admit, is worth more than that, I can't imagine there's a single person in this city who'd buy it off of you for anything less. Anything more, even.
I didn't really want the cash anyway.
Alright, fair enough. he'll you know, fuck it, he like just takes off his coat and starts putting on the armor before throwing his coat back on again. Much better. Really supports the fellas in a good way. While you're sat there, he leaves for the bathroom.
She'll text the others and ask if they've got anything more conclusions on the information she's got from so far.
Sure, that's a good enough question. So I mentioned before the information that has been acquired by you guys. Do you sit and have a powwow about it?
That feels like a thing that would be easier to do when Vlaka's back in person, rather than through text, but
And Bob too, I suppose, when
does
he's
seem like
actually
a
here
good-
to get involved.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll continue on with the conclusion of this little the little Vlatka situation, and hopefully Bob will be back in time.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to give them an opportunity to juggle back so they could do some stuff.
Yep.
While I waited for him.
He's gone for about 15 minutes, but when he comes out, he's still looking tired,
He's
but he's
going to,
clean
just-
shaven.
Put some money into the stacks. Otherwise, just wait.
Yeah, he comes back out, he's clean shaven now.
Alright then, if that's everything, I'll be out of here.
She'll stand up as he comes to the table and she'll offer a hand to shake it.
Sure. Can you give me a perception test?
Sure. That is something I can do. Can I use... Oh no, because I already used the dice, didn't I? I was gonna ask if I could use thingy's dice. Sorry, I'm trying to find perception. Oh,
Oh.
16.
Okay.
Oh, that's me, sorry.
Okay then. On his hand is a tattoo. Find. Oh, fuck off, Pinterest. You're just the worst. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I love Pinterest. Why are
Can-
you hating my picture waifu?
Despise it. I just hatred.
What's wrong with it?
It's awful.
It's terrible. It's terrible for getting images off of.
It's a fucking
That is-
It's a reposting site as well that then forces you to fucking log in with all your identities, and they keep getting fucking hacked.
I
They're
don't-
awful.
I don't look. Yeah, but I've never made an account for it. I've never logged into it. So there's no point.
You just get
That doesn't
shitballs whenever
benefit
you
me.
scroll. Just fuck them. They shouldn't come up as a result because all they are is a reposting site. So it's all stolen anyway. So like this fucking image, and instead like totally unrelated, it's just pictures of swastikas. There is not a swastika tattoo on this man.
What you have in front of you is a genuine
A real nazi.
Nazi.
Fuck. It is. That a large tattoo of that runs down from a little bit above his wrist, terminating in some of the fissure visible at the bottom of his wrist. Base of the hand, even. So the eye itself is mostly obscured, but you know, with a 16, you catch a pretty decent glance of it. You know, shake your hand.
She'll lean in a little and she'll say, "That's a beautiful tattoo." It's not over like leaning towards him, but towards their where the hands are,
Yeah,
making a show of looking at it.
Let's have a look here. Charisma test on his part.
Yeah, I'd say watch out for this though. You see anyone with one of these on, and they're probably an asshole.
And he'll take his hand away and make sure to cover his sleeve up again.
She'll before he can get his coat back on, she'll shrug her satchel back on and leave the cash on the table and wave goodbye.
Alright. He'll just squint, shrug. He'll take the money himself and ditch the fake wallet he gave you.
Oh, she's left that on the table as well.
Yeah. He doesn't
Oh,
he doesn't
goodness,
trust that
right.
you haven't just like fucking put a bug in it or something. We're gonna check himself over later. Yeah. Cool. Black leaves. Lance will shrug, neck the rest of his coffee. Finish his toast and yeah, he'll go as well. How do you return? Safe house. But presumably you're not all like stood at the doorway waiting for things to happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Probably somewhere like around.
Familiar.
Eating your macas.
Yeah, you return, they've got McDonald's.
Gonna beeline for that fridge.
Oh,
Hey, Latka, how'd that deal go?
I went fine.
How much does it take?
It's a good question. Just grabs the bottle and doesn't say anything more than that.
Good talk. Good talk. Really informative.
oh fuck. Alright, I'm gonna... Still? It's been an hour, goddammit.
Hmm.
Okay.
What deal was it anyway? Since I assume you could probably talk about it now that you're actually done with it.
What, the deal?
Yeah.
I gave him his stuff back.
Oh, you mean the guy from last night?
Yeah.
Alright then.
I'm just gonna throw an insight at you.
You can certainly go with a deception, Vladka.
Do I need to roll anything to see if I can...
Deception.
So, uh,
Fucking impossible to read, Finn. Impossible to read.
I'm a straight baller.
Tell you what though, with the information we've gotten, seems like this pretty close case. Guess we can call it a success.
Cool.
Sounds
what are you
good to
gonna
me.
do with that information then?
Probably have to
Give
tell Ira.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're welcome to give her a call. She's not gonna come like knocking on your door every morning to make sure that you're doing your stuff.
I mean, we can call her, can't we?
So I mean, indeed, who wants to do that?
I can, unless one of you guys want to. I've done a lot of talking already, so, like, for out of character reasons, you guys might want to have conversation time.
What was it again?
So Pets does not include himself in this request.
Yeah, sure. I'll give her a call up. Dial up.
Hopefully we don't have dial-up. Dear God.
Sorry, that someone left the laptop on, so you can't get access to calling out at the moment. It's impossible. Get that horrible fucking modem noise. No. You call, and Ira will answer. Whereas before, when Vlatka called, there was the sound of the half track and a bunch of bluegrass music. Instead, you hear smooth jazz and probably handfuls of people talking in the background. You know, like just background conversation style. Perhaps the clink of glass on glass.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Ira. Uh, you good to talk now?
Ah, yes, Ariel. Do go ahead. I assume you've gone through all the details?
Yes, at least all the major ones that we needed. What we've gotten is that Alex, was working on his own, not with the family. So, the family has not been dealing in uh, anything magical in regards with our mission.
Okay, well, that is good to hear. I need the rest of this proof, and then... Well, I guess tell the Delfinos. They'll figure it out on their own.
Suppose so.
I mean, they have to. A mess happened in their house. They don't clean it up. Then, I want to probably put out a job on them to get them out of business. They couldn't stay uninvolved in the Shadowkind stuff.
Right.
So who knows, if they fuck it up in a couple weeks' time, you might see a job board turn up. Asking to remove them. Not that I recommend you try. They're still pretty big as a family, even if they aren't toting magic shit.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to get more involved with them if possible.
Okay, yeah. Well, go find them and tell them and prove it then.
Alright then. Call you when we have updated mission then. Or when it's a success at least. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're at the easy part. Then there's a long
Yeah.
pause. I'm not going to say anymore in case I jinx your odds any further. Have a good day.
You too. Alright then. So, now we have to actually tell the Delfinos. Anyone got any ideas with that?
I've got a pretty good idea.
Share with the class?
Well, we go to the bar, or we go to their place. We could ask to have a chat to whoever their boss man is, and we just let them know.
We're up walking through the front door.
Well, what are they gonna do about it? Shoot us in broad daylight. If anything, they should be happy that we tell them before they get a job on themselves.
I mean, we kind of have to tell them before they get a job on themselves, give them some chance to fix their mess.
He goes, look out, they're going to get jobbed. Oh, how horrible fate.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying to find them at their hotel bar again, though
The issue is
perhaps
the
their
hotel
boss is
bar.
not there.
The hotel bar will have their workers, and they might want to save face around their workers from being bullied around by some no-name agents.
This
Whereas
is
if we
not
could just
bullying around. This is
no,
telling them they have a time before they get an actual job on them. It's a very serious thing.
but it's in front of their people.
She's right, though. And it's not just about their people and about face, it's about, keeping this hush-hush. We don't know how many of their workers are awakened.
Fair enough.
Reasonable assumption that barely any are. You can certainly try going to the hotel bar that evening. I regret to inform you that none of the workers are there. Find out later on when you go around to the office block where all of them should be working and find that they have moved out.
Yeah, you told us that before.
Yeah.
Then you might be aware that they aren't going to be at that fucking hotel bar.
Yeah.
And I thought we also agreed not to do the hotel bar anyway.
Yeah, we kind of disagreed that, yeah.
I lose track. Regardless, that plan sadly would not work. They aren't there.
Yes. I suppose the real question is tracking them down now at this point, since they've seemed to have bugged out.
I go buy some drugs and guns. I hear they do that. I'm saying that as a joke. Don't go out trawling for drugs and guns. That's probably not a good idea.
I mean, we'll need to do that eventually. Not necessarily for drugs, but you know.
Hi, I would like to buy this cocaine and these guns, and also I would love to speak to your boss. I know that you've never met me before, and you've had to move businesses really soon after mysterious people broke in, but I'm sure it's fine. Can I see your boss? Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't see that going over well.
I mean, I've got some of the good shit. Just saying.
You do,
Yes, we
you
know.
do still have coke? Could rip a fat rail or white lightning for some temporary advantages.
No, I could use it as like to pretend that I'm really receiving off them. I don't think we should just go to wherever they are and we should just try and get like a meeting with them. I think we should be very simple about this. I think there's any reason to like overcomplicate it.
I mean, the question is, where are they? How are we going to find out where they are now? Like,
Drop them an email.
what? What's the
Actually,
government
can't- whoa, whoa, whoa.
boss's name?
Can't I use my skills as a ranger to find them?
Describe.
Well, if we talk to some of their workers and then we find out more information about them, then shouldn't I be able to use the hunting skills I've got as a ranger to track them down?
Okay.
Because that is literally what one of my skills is.
Yeah. Then I'll look it up, but track them down how exactly? Sorry, like you know
Whether
their
that's
names.
through whether that's through media or whether that's through talking to individuals in person to find out where they are. So either talking to their people, or maybe talking to their people and using online media to try and find out more information about where they can be. Because I do have favored enemy humanoid, which allows you to track what your favored enemies are, and it gives you a lot of advantages to doing so.
Okay, so when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favored terrain, I assume then your favored terrain is the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as a mafia person, it would be cities, really, wouldn't it?
Sure. Is that recorded on your sheet anywhere, by the way? Putting down your favored,
I didn't realize you had to put favored terrain down.
I mean, yep, Natural Explorer is in regards to a favored terrain. So you've got your enemy, I can see that's written down, that's fine. But also, a favored terrain is written down.
No, it's not.
Natural Explorer, blah 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 blah. Choose one type of favored terrain.
Are we talking PHB Ranger or Revised Ranger?
Do they not have a thing? Fucking, I used the one in that was in fucking Roll20. I will pull out the Revised Rangers book sheet fucking thing.
I've got it here. I just pasted it. Sorry.
Where is it pasted?
Here
we go.
I pasted it into the chat. Sorry. Didn't mean to be a hassle with it.
Oh my god, it's I have the PDF, thank you. Okay.
It's actually on favored enemy though to track the people, which might be a bit more.
That kind of tracking. I mean, it does mean like a tracking, as in tracking tracks and finding hidey holes and stuff. Though you could, make a case for it. It generally means like, say you like death gamesing some human who's running away through the forest. You'll be really good at following them. Regardless, yeah, you can have advantage on, say, an investigation check. You've got information, you can try and Sherlock it around and see if that manifests in something useful. Depending on how well you roll, it will dictate the amount of time taken. You've already got advantage, but if other people help you, you can reduce the time it takes instead.
Does anyone else want to help me, or are you all gonna eat nachos and watch telly?
Would it be like a survival thing?
Investigation.
Yeah, I can assist on that, and I'll pop your bardic.
I mean, sounds like an extended
This
thing,
is
so
this is
I don't think
this is
bardic
hours of
works.
extended work. Oh boy, you're gonna have a hard time. So you have a 4. I didn't
As you
hear
said,
how many
bardic,
people were
it's-
helping because again, for everyone assisting, the time it takes to do this is reduced.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Sure.
Plus
There's no
7.
reason not
So
to,
it's-
since you don't even have to have the
So it's a 7.
thing. Yeah.
It's a pretty amazing roll if I say so myself.
Big oinking.
Who's deep throating their mic?
I'm thinking
Alright, so it's going to
Might be
take you
nice.
7 hours to find a probable location for them. Do a bit of backwards maths there. So, 7 hours later, finally, so fucking in a moment of desperation, one of you even brought out the yellow pages before, you know, putting it on a burner or something. Don't use a fucking phone book in this day and age. Might as well use it to try and keep a place warmer. You finally come across something that looks useful. And it is... Let's see here. Roll me 1d4.
anyone or me?
Whoever
Okay,
wants
cool.
to. Go for it.
Sure. You said a D4?
Yep.
2. Perfectly average.
Perfectly average. Okay. You discover a number of places where it is rumored that the Delfinos do business. And this is the kind of business that goes in big air quotes because they're actually illegal business. There are a number of, I'm going to call them nameless streets, mostly because I don't want to start going through the Arizona map and going, this place looks kind of gangy, and then it turns out that I'm either wrong or racist. I'm going to do that. There are a number of hitherto like nameless streets that people from the Delfino families' sordid underbelly do their biz. As said, with a 7, you don't know where the, you know, like either of the 3 actual major Delfinos currently are. This is a lead.
Alright then, so how should we go about this, guys?
Well, if the deals are with the information we got, sorry, it's just like a time constraint. Whereas if we all go to one, we could miss them, or can we actually all go to both?
You could go everywhere you
Or
want.
would we
No,
have
no,
to
no.
split up?
The 2 is just me picking what location. It could have been streets. It could have been a certain club that they frequent. It could have been like just someone's living location. 2 was streets. And it took you 7 hours to find this info. As far as all things concerned, you aren't technically under any time constraints. So yes, you can move as a group. Which, if you're going to drug dealing, gun selling territory, is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I like the idea of one big group.
Yeah, it's probably safety in numbers might be a good idea.
Man up. I want to see your boss. Not good. If a group wants to see their boss, maybe they'll listen.
Yeah. So, yeah, so we have the random alley where they might do business in.
Yeah. Thank you. A quick map. And I'll remind that it is Pathfinder Diags because guns are in use, and so straight lines need at least some kind of measuring. They go
Right.
across diagonals. Guys. Down. Through here. Healing at ne'er-do-well. out of the GM layer so I don't completely fuck everything. Roll me a d3. We're going to see what Delfino is nearby. That's d3.
Sure.
Hey, it's going to be Tammy.
I was least listening, but I was expecting the roll to go to Angel.
I decided that I would just
Why?
immediately lead with a name so that people aren't pausing and seeing who goes fast.
Why, you think I was gonna roll the one that met me in the bar?
I mean, I kind of hoped that, that would be the case just to see you try and fucking talk your way out of it, but no, it's Tammy instead who has no reason to believe anything weird about any of you guys. I wanted to give you that chance instead of me just, like, immediately outrageously cucking you over one slip of the tongue previously in a different session.
I mean,
Let's grab... I need to just, like, make a bunch of tokens just like generic human thug. But I might just fucking pull in those filthy peasant tokens again because they always amuse me. I'll collect some gangsters at some point.
do we need to tell Ira where we're going in case we get horribly murdered? Well, I think it's pretty like self-explanatory if that would happen anyway.
I mean, kinda told her without like. Once
I mean,
we
where we're
tell
meeting them.
If you want to.
Well, not meeting them really. I would kind of crashing it. Now that I think about it, because you just kind of found out where they are, now you just can go to them. Yeah, I'll send her a text.
yeah.
We found the Delfino family, one of the heads. We're gonna let them know now. Gonna be going to XYZ place. If we're not home whenever you next come by, probably dead. Nice knowing you.
Fucking
Thumbs up.
123 Fake Street. God. Okay. So what time are you going down there? I'm not going to bother fucking with the lighting, and half of you guys are able to cheat and make dark vision anyway, or like have super dark vision. Or, you know, there are street lights and fuck it, whatever.
Yes, all the
if it's
above.
if it's 7 hours, it's probably evening time at minimum.
Yeah, I mean, you would have gotten back at, say, 12:30. So, I mean, at the earliest, it could be 8 p.m. Do you go for later?
Later seems sensible to me. If we're trying to, you know, introduce ourselves via their pushing underlings. You know, we want to be around when they are, and they're not going to be doing their shit like too early into the evening, I figure.
So you think like what, 10? 11?
10 sounds good.
And are you guys all going tools to boot or dressed subtle?
I mean, I dress subtly anyways, as usual.
Always worth
I
asking.
don't think any of us have visible combat armor yet.
It's cool. I mean, I guess so, yeah, everyone has enough gear. See here. You've got like...
The biggest one we have is like a compact shotgun. And
Oh no, I mean, the biggest
that's-
thing you have with you is a trench bar axe.
Hello.
I mean, I've got a really compact portable shotgun.
See, I'm not really sure which one of those would actually be bigger, is the thing. I mean,
I think it'd be the trench
like
bar axe.
entrenching tools tend to be quite small.
Yeah, but it's
honestly.
also got to have the length of a crowbar on it and the heft of an axe.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trench
I-
barracks before out of fucking forget which one it is now? Killing Floor.
No. I got Killing Floor too late and nobody ever played it by the time I had it, so
I'd say
I
feels
never had
bad,
the
man.
chance.
I know them feels.
What fucking class even had it? But it's just this fucking just unit of a of a weapon. I don't see it anywhere. I can play Killing Floor again. That was a good time. Oh well. Regardless, it's like a two-handed weapon almost. Okay. And then, regardless, you're in the street. It's just a small side street. There's a main street further on where you can hear cars and maybe like pounding music from a club that's not entirely far away. There are a couple of people who look like a bunch of filthy fucking gangers.
I fit
What's
right
happening?
in.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hi, Bob. I've got what's that called? A tank top on so my tattoos are more visible, so I can fit in more with the crowd.
Sure, sure. See if you're on the Suicide Girls like wallpaper.
Yeah, Bob, so roughly what's happened is we analysed the information, we've determined the Alex dude was trying to create the T-virus using Delfino money. He got fucked in his deal, but was... and while he's on the hook for the money, he was working alone, almost certainly without actual Delfino approval. And now we are going to go and try to meet a Delfino for, in order to let them know so they have a chance to take care of him in the house.
Oh,
After a bunch of searching and some investigation, a street where everything is on was discovered. What day? Of the run of this situation.
All right, that was still explaining it to Bob. Well, can I just see? Can we see Tammy, or are we just rocked up to the
You can see
Peasant Central?
you can see three gangsters. One of them is smoking. One of them is smoking a blunt. Music is playing from like one of those standing portable like iPod things, and there is a guy leant on the wall wearing a jacket that looks a little bit too heavy. Even at this time of night, it's an Arizona summer, so it's a warm night. And he's watching your grave because got to.
So that one's like the least high then.
Do we know that Tammy's here? Or is that OSC knowledge that you mentioned it?
That's it.
I don't want to like walk him.
That was
All right,
that was
cool.
You have no idea which Delfino to expect. You don't even know if they're close to here exactly. You just know that these guys operate.
Can I walk up and ask them where their boss is at?
Sure.
Well, that's what I ask.
Which one?
I
Sorry.
mean,
There's
let's go with the
there's
one.
Watch a guy here.
let's-
This is Smoker and this is Doobie.
The guy with the heavier coat.
Sure. Yep. You want to speak to my boss? Yourself, kid? Now, here you
She'll
did a
smile.
deal.
Yeah, there's a deal. Got some information for her, and I've got some deals to do as well, or him. Depends who's in tonight.
Make a deception test, I guess.
can I
Ugh,
provide an advantage with my distracting chest?
Yes, of course. You can bounce bountifully.
I'd love to make the chest for you, but whatever. There you go.
Oh,
He'll squint. Yeah, I don't know who it is you think you got information for, and actually, you know what? Now that I said it, I don't think that we have anything that you're interested in. You certainly have nothing that we're interested in, you narc.
Believe me when I say your bosses will be very interested in what we have to say.
Well, you can say it to me. Perhaps I can say it to them.
Unfortunately, this information is for their ears only.
Right? How about you prove it? As he's saying this, you can see,
Like-
like, he's definitely gotten a lot tenser, and these other two here are paying a lot more attention to you guys now.
Hmm.
Blacker says, alright, I'll tell you what. How about we can do it your way, but then when you're on the floor bleeding and crying, how do we explain that to your boss? Because that's not going to go too down well. We want to give her that information when all she can see is the idiot goons on the ground being too aggressive to take a proper discussion.
Alright, give me an intimidate.
Anyone going to give me any dice?
Don't think I can
Hmm.
assist you here.
And Bardic has to be preemptively given out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As long as I don't roll like garbage, I should be fine. I got good
No,
intimidation
he,
dice.
No, he sees the matter of truth in your eyes. He'll glance along at the others before taking his hand slowly out of his coat again. Look, okay, I get it. You're probably all a bunch of big badasses. Like, looks over you, and I mean, we're in a tank top. You're obviously fucking muscled. Wait, were you actually? I can't remember if you were noodles. You might have been noodles.
Well, I have... I have low strength, I got really high dex.
So you're just toned. Nice. Like, oh, well, this chick works
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Luckily, though, there is the spooky foreigner black man, the cowboy, and the giant handsome dude behind. And he's probably, like, taking a glance and noticing that the giant handsome dude, at the very least, is carrying some kind of real motherfucker of a shovel. Okay, look, tell you what. Perhaps it is we don't want to get ourselves into a scuffle. That said, I gotta have something to give him, or, like, they ain't gonna just turn up. Or else would you come in here at least, stand in the middle of the street like a bunch of weirdos? We're gonna come looking.
Yes.
I...
Been just being stood near that van, you could just smell nothing but fucking weed.
Is it quality product?
Give me a perception test. We'll see if your knowledge of weed by smell is powerful enough to get through this van.
If DCO will see, he'll be offended by the black insinuation. Black people can smell the quality of weed.
I was gonna say criminals could smell the quality of weed. Yeah, so as far as you're concerned, like there's obviously like stuff to cover it. It's hard to pick up a good tone over like a new car smell or whatever it is, shit air freshener they've got hanging around in the front of that thing that doesn't work. You have no reason to believe it's crap skank though. Probably okay. I mean, there's obviously a dude right there just fucking hitting a joint, so it can't be all crap. Okay, so give me something here so I can contact them. I don't know who's around, and I don't know they're gonna be too happy if I just say, yo, turn up, because there's some scary people who might break my legs if you don't. I'll probably just say,
How about-
have fun getting your legs broke.
Why don't you... Is it possible you to call your boss and then give the phone to us?
You have been pretty fucking spooked already.
Putting it simply, it's just
Fucked either way.
sort of thing that we can't give you, we can't tell your kind. You know, that sort of business that only certain people are allowed to know, otherwise it's trouble.
Sure, I take it you're all higher ups then. Explains why you're all fucking so weird and different looking.
Oh, hello, poopers.
Hey, well, fuck you too, buddy. Alright, fine. Fuck it, here. And he'll pull out a phone. It's not a burner, but it's like a cheap shit Nokia. He just tosses it over. Speed dial, only number on there.
Is anyone else going to do the talking, or should I just keep going?
You're the one that intimidated him.
Yeah, you're the one who's got
Cool.
his spookers on.
I'll flip the phone on. Hit the speed dial.
What is it?
Hey, sorry to bother you. This is you wouldn't know me anyway. I'm in the front of, gonna reel off whatever
Yeah.
street it is,
It's Dank Street.
and I heard one of the Delfino bosses would be here.
Alright.
We have an issue with you. How do I put this? One of the codes isn't being kept by your company in regards to. How do I say this in front of your goons without having to do things that aren't good?
Alright, shut up and let me talk. Are you saying that the business you've got for me is the kind of thing that normal people aren't supposed to hear? And I don't just mean shitty underlings, but I mean normal people.
Yeah, but it's not the business that we're offering. It's the business that someone in your company's been doing with your company.
Ah,
That
you
shouldn't
know
be
something
happening.
about... Okay then, sure. I'll be happy to see you. He's actually guarding the front door to my place right now. Well, not my place. I wouldn't keep a dump like this. I'll let you in. And then she hangs up.
Oh.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, do you give him back his phone and say anything?
She'll give him back the phone and say, apparently to be let in. Or is that made apparent to him? Or from the other side?
Yeah, as you hand him back the phone, he's about to ask you what the fuck you were talking about, and then there is a, you know, those, like, electronic mechanical buzzers on the side of this door, and then it comes off the latch. Well, fuck. Alright, go on in.
Wonderful.
A bunch of people to visible. Yeah, he'll stand on this side of the door so you can get in properly.
Guess we walk in.
Cool. And as you walk in, you can hear music again and still smell weed. I was distracted by the papers. Okay. A lot of you can see that these guys are more obviously holding. Just carrying. I should be careful with that distinction considering they also deal drugs. They have, like, guns on holsters, on hips. No one's holding any of them, but you're being watched very carefully, the lot of you now. And then, sat in a sofa is a person of rather, wouldn't quite say exotic. Her clothing is more like someone has taken, like, a raver's dress and taken it to pieces and put it back together again. It actually covers more flesh than you'd actually expect of them. She's got hair done up with feathers and beads and a smug little smile on her face. To you guys, those features are just a little bit too demonic to be anything other than a tiefling, although she is certainly glamoured. Hi there, I'm Tammy. Welcome to my far too humble abode.
Yes, a pleasure to meet you.
Well, I'm sure the pleasure is all yours in the circumstances. Now, I'm going to give you a few seconds to explain yourselves before you all get shot.
That goes.
Sorry. Sorry.
I just want to describe her expression. You can talk if you want. That's not an issue. He just will spread into a grin. And she'll waggle her brows. But otherwise, yeah, if Finn was talking, Finn will talk.
Alright. one of your boys made him a bad deal. And we know he's cost you money, but he's done worse than that. He's broken some rules about what he's meant to be trading in. We're as a courtesy to you. He's your man, so it's your problem to do with as you see fit.
Of course, and I hope that you have some kind of proof, evidence of this. Certainly there are some things going on that certainly makes that sound like the truth.
I've got my smartphone. Would I be able to pull any of the information onto there?
I mean, we do just have the PDA.
Yeah, you have,
Oh,
yeah, you could just give her the proof.
Yes.
Do we have
And-
copies of the proof in the base, don't we?
Did you make a copy of the proof?
I would have made a copy, but I didn't state it.
Roll me a d2. On a
Well,
1, you made the proof. Otherwise, you respected the integrity of this personable data.
Right, otherwise, I'm not like. I didn't. Roll.
Alright, you made a copy.
Cool. So I'm not gonna give her the only proof there is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give her PDA since you got a copy.
Sure.
I figured I'd have it as the techie.
Yeah, there's a moment of nervousness when you like reach into your coat. A couple people tense up a bit, but you pull out a PDA and you can just feel like the tension, not so much flood out of the room, but like settles a little bit. It's less like you're being just someone's just like fucking make a move, Whitey, make a move.
Yeah. So
All right, bring it over.
alright.
Gonna play pass the parcel
Sure.
with my guys here.
She'll stroll on over and she'll huck it at the table.
Sure. Come, move up. She turns into a dog, bites your face out. Sorry.
That's right. Heck her up.
Yep, you get hacked. No,
Oh, no.
alright. She will take a look at the phone and... Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I can do that.
And everyone else who's further back is welcome to give me a perception test. If you have knowledge of Arcana, you get advantage. No, awesome.
So if we have a percent knowledge of Arcana, we get an advantage.
Correct.
All right then. A 17.
Imagine being the highest wisdom baller in the group and still fucking up.
Scout, does my jack of all trades count for that?
Yes,
Or would it have to be
yes.
training?
Yeah, it counts.
Alright. 18.
Everyone can watch me get fucked up and whatever just happened.
So it is a very brief moment, a quite subtle flash that you might not have been looking for. As she accepts the phone with her right hand, her left is performing little subtle motions. She casted a spell. You could make a check if you've seen it and you have Arcana, with Arcana to try and figure out what it is that she just fucking cast, but she definitely cast a spell.
Sure. 21.
Do I know what hit me?
No, you have
Or do I
no
feel
idea
anything?
at all. You feel nothing and you notice nothing. Ariel, you're pretty sure that Tammy just did the equivalent of a magical X-ray, like checked her down for her capabilities, saw what she's got on her and what she's capable of doing. So, for instance, Tammy right now knows that you are a barbarian ranger. The fact that she just burst out laughing is proof of her incredible. No, kidding. She knows that you're a barbarian ranger, and she knows what you're armed with, and she knows if you have full or have spent some of your resources. She doesn't know if you spent all of them. I know you haven't, but whatever. She knows that you are a magical combatant, and you're at you're at full capability. You have no idea that she knows all of this about you. She even knows about that embarrassing birthmark.
What embarrassing man.
I don't know, add an embarrassing birthmark to your character's name.
Sweet.
Sorry, it looks like a love heart, but it's just directly over the butthole. It's really super shameful.
I mean,
Yeah.
if any,
I mean, you had to roll really high and to know that that was spellcasting. Not a single fucking person here has noticed goddamn shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I just
thought
Like,
since,
these guys
you-
aren't awakened, so in the first place it's hard to notice, and she casted subtly,
Okay.
which is why it was a
Since
test to
saw-
start it.
Yeah. Since you said like mentioning like the fingers moving and anything like that.
To anyone else, it would have been, you know, when you just sort of like unconsciously tap your fingers on the arm of a chair or something. Like, it was, you know, a very subtle motion.
As in just hiding, or like the sorcerer meta magic?
Maybe. I don't think any of you are sorcerers, so it would be hard to say. Yeah, they don't know that you are literally Barbarian 1, Ranger 1. They know that you... They know that you're a, that you are a cross-combat class, however. Yeah. Like, if you had more Barbarian than Hunter, she'd know that direction. If you were more Hunter than Barbarian, she'd know that direction. Sorry, Ranger.
cool.
But yeah, she doesn't actually know the classes. What if they play D&D? I mean, in her head, she might associate it to classes. Like, people who are awakened do seem to do that. Like, people who are bards recognize Finn as a bard. Paladins recognize paladins. Game matches game.
Yeah.
Cowboys recognize cowboys.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. It's the hardest to tell apart of
And
warriors
then
and
we
rogues.
go up. And then the cowboys go up together to the mountains, and we get a tragic romance.
Yeah, you know, we get the giant screaming man in the sun in the sky.
The goat, it screams
Ow.
like a man.
I'm so tired.
So
I'm
tired
so
all the
tired all
time.
the time.
I like that Mers made a Brokeback Mountain reference, and you made a reference to the fucking that fucking music video. Ah! If you make a noise, I'll smother you with my tits, and it cuts away. That fucking video is the best shit.
I could do that. I could totally do that.
Yep, you could kill someone with your beefers. Yeah, okay then. Tammy will like back up and let you return to the rest of the group while she starts scrolling through it. Now, this information was placed in kind of loose. While you were going through it, I assume you flagged the shit that is important for this reason. So she'll start picking through choice bits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a roll. We'll see how
I'll
much
make
you
sure
can
to-
figure out quickly.
It's all in Comic Sans and in a bright yellow font.
Okay,
got
drop
the words
highest
on
one.
Oh,
D20 D1. Because you've gone through it and gone through the useful information.
No.
No, she's not the computer's one, but she's not an idiot. She's really not an idiot at all. Alright, yeah, no, she fucking catches up to the gist of everything you guys have discovered about the target before sliding the PDA to her top.
You know what? You have actually done us quite a service. So I suppose I'm gonna ask this. Who are you?
It's a good question.
Just some people.
Mm-hmm. I'm asking if you work for anybody or you're your own people.
We have a prior employment, yes.
Of course. Very well then. Then please, if you could pass me some kind of transfers card, I would like to send your employers a token of appreciation.
do we have business cards?
If you quickly ask Ira, she can give him like a wire number. A wire
Yeah, I'll
number.
text Era or whatever.
Yeah, there is a long pause of like, ooh, good. And yeah, she'll get a wire number and pass that on to you.
That's good. The boss really needed some fucking good news after the initial shit show that was caused, because he has to report that.
She'll spin her smartphone around her hands and
Yep.
give it to Tammy.
Yeah, she
The
will.
goblin dead.
Yep, she will actually put out like a classic-y looking address book that's just all like numbers and shorthand code, and then she'll just scratch in some quick details before waving away your phone.
Excellent. I'll make sure they're aware just how much we appreciate their business.
Oh no.
Of course.
Yeah, you're done here. Guys,
Yeah.
do you start a fight on the way out?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Then
As
we
I
can
turn
call
away,
this
actually-
mission actually complete. Congratulations.
As I turn away, Which in a way, a
Yay.
clothing line her into the ground.
Yeah, you turn around, but you turn around so hard it's a lariat. And fucking Zangief.
Nothing personal.
nothing personal, kid, as I walk out. Everyone's just so stunned. Even my group stunned, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they will help with the thugs to shoot you down as well. They're like, nope, this can't be going on here.
I just walk away with explosions in the background.
They're all
so my
like,
rage
I
just
knew
takes
it! She's the one who fucking killed the goblin.
I mean, I don't think you would be upset with us if that happened.
Wait a second, we got paid and... I don't know. No, I think that she'd be bothered if people keep getting gatted during missions.
I mean, if we explain the circumstances of, like...
Oh yeah, no,
that
if we
happening.
explained that... Oh yeah, well, I mean, we turned up, we did the job, everything was great, made the transfer, and she fucking shot her in the head. I'm like, you know what, it was right of you to deal with that. Okay. Unlikely, but, you know. Goodness me. Alright.
You just handed her a grenade instead of her phone back. Yeah.
You hand back the phone, she's like, this looks more like a grenade than a phone. Boom. It's like a crit sleight of hand check right there.
Yeah.
She was holding a grenade the whole time.
Well, if it's a mission success, we need to go celebrate. I suggest the Happy Coyote. Or Joyful Coyote, whatever it's called.
Friendly coyote. Close one.
Friendly Coyote. Yeah.
Oh.
She'll get it eventually.
Is the whole group going then?
Why
me.
not?
Sure, I guess.
Party on, dude.
The girl I've been texting is not working right now. I'll invite her too.
Sure, that is entirely possible.
I need to find me some lady to smash me for the night.
Hooray. And hey guys, when you turn up, there's a semi-familiar face, leaning on the edge of the bar and talking to a small flock of people.
Anna?
No, well, I mean, yeah, you do recognize them. Yeah, no, Rebecca, the vampire you guys rescued.
Oh yeah.
Ah, I'll give her a small wave, so walk over, say hi, throughout this, whatever. See that she's doing well.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. You're the adorable little bunny who helped me before.
Yeah. Good to see you're back up and doing well.
She will glance at the assorted people who are just like flocking to her.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure you don't. Just enjoying the nightlife, huh?
Of course. It's been a long evening. My assistant...
She'll glance over at the dog boy who's like snuffing down another muffin. Will you please?
My assistant is sleeping in. Poor thing is awfully tuckered out, and I'm glad to be back in the nightlife again, although I'll probably be spending a lot more time here than on my own.
I'd imagine so. Hopefully, yeah, so you don't end up like last time.
Indeed. Let's put it this way,
Oh,
I'll be
you
a
get
little
a
bit
fucking-
more prepared this time. No, following the callers home, such as it were.
Good to hear. I'm here to celebrate and hopefully find someone to take me home tonight.
Oh well, would you like a little bit of help getting picked up? What's your type?
Big, female, with a little bit extra down there.
She immediately points you to the massive towering orc woman at the back.
That one probably has everything you're after. And more.
Indeed.
Like, I can grow that token there. I don't have anything prettier, but she's just a big fucking orc woman. She's just in like workers' clothes. If anything, you can see that there's like a high vis jacket that just resting underneath the bar stool as she drinks. Otherwise, I'm not sure who might be carrying extra drug. Possibly that one over there, and she'll nod at the raven-dressed woman who is, by this point, like next to just a stack of empty pint glasses, like they've been just placed into each other, and as opposed to being taken out, someone appears to believe that it's much more entertaining to see just how much she's gotten through. And it's just a passed out dude in the table in front of her. But I can't say for sure what she's got. She's also very short.
She's also exotic. I like it.
I'm not sure if that's racist, but that is coming from a girl with bunny ears, so benefit of the doubt.
Well, it's more a meaning the cloak and the skull.
Oh yes, I believe she's some kind of actress person. I don't know what the deal with that is.
Maybe I'll just have to find out.
Shrug. Certainly welcome.
Well then, either way, I'm gonna go ahead and start trying. It's nice talking with you. Hopefully we'll talk again sometime.
Oh, but of course. And if I can ever do you a favor in the future, you know who to call on. In fact, please.
Of course.
Here, take my number.
Yep.
You
I'll
can-
give her mine in return as well.
Yep, I'm sure we'll record that. You're welcome to put down the details of Rebecca the Vampire. Dog Boy is there. He's dressed up in an entirely different jacket this time. He's eating muffins. He keeps buying more, and then Tanya keeps leaving to go bake more muffins. And it seems that he's been doing that for most of the day. He informs you that he's like on his last day off of a 4-day weekend. And he's just desperately getting in as much eat time as possible.
Jury doesn't have a tapeworm?
He will pause. No, I have tablets for that. You grin. I'm kidding. Definitely kidding. But no, I'm good. I just have a really hardcore metabolism. Basically all the time.
Nom, 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 nom.
And fuck yeah, there is a games table, Finn. In fact, there's like multiple kinds of games table. There's the classic gambling games table. And then there's people playing like fucking Carcassonne and shit like that, just like on another table. Let's say, no, they're playing a Kingdom Death Monster campaign. There's like a beautiful figurine that's all painted up at the center of a room while they're drawing boss cards up. You can just like feel the tension bleeding off of this table in the bar. But yes, there is also like a gambling cards group. More muffins.
Yeah,
and
he's
consumes.
really
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Turns out
so many muffins.
the dog boy's just chewing on his shoe now.
Between muffin eats. He's
Yeah.
got like steel cap boots and like baggy jeans. I don't think he's gonna chew on
Oh
the
my
steel
God.
caps.
Well, yeah, that'd be a bad time.
Good old Popeyes.
Then again, you keep be chewing out the back of it.
Not from
Sorry.
where we go in. Yeah, Finn, you looking to make some money?
Are they playing for cash or
Mm,
for fun?
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It looks like they are playing with larger quantities of chips, but they're still making like short money buy-ins. So like 1 gold, but they're emulating then gambling with like 100.
Alright, sure.
Obviously, you know, you win at the table, you win like 5 gold. But excuse you, Papo. If you put in like a golden win, you could make 5. But like, obviously, you're emulating playing with like 500.
It's good practice, anyway. How do I feel about playing for drinks?
They'll share a look. They're like, alright to start, but when we get too drunk to play for 2, you know how it goes. Alright, sure. I'll make a spot for you. And then when you sit down, you realize 3 of the 4 people are dwarves. This could be a higher stakes game than you anticipated. And the 3 dwarves are looking up
no,
at
I
you.
have-
Where this is going. I like where this.
I have no issues with ending this night without any memories of this entire job.
Sounds fair, yeah. So it's like you sit down and when you say play for drinks, like this fourth guy was like, I mean, we could do that to start with, and yeah, and then it's like a dwarf kicking him in the shin underneath the table. You sit down, you see 3 big sheet grins turned your way. And you might get lost in a dwarven Ouroboros. It depends how it goes. First, let's get some gambling rolls on. Now, do you have a Games Toolkit proficiency?
No, I do not.
Alright, so then you are going to be playing with Charisma or Intelligence, but without your proficiency bonus going on it. Let's see here.
I mean, I am a bard. I do
Yes.
get jack of all trades.
Yes, you do get to you get to jack all over these cards as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Jack of all trades just works on your ability with it anyway, even if you're not just rolling a skill.
Yes, that's why it works on initiative.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, you don't need to be rolling the skill, like, even if you're just rolling your thing from the sheet.
Yeah. And it should work on the attribute options, but who knows? It does. Excellent.
Excellent.
Good job, Roll20 sheet. You actually did something good for once.
You did a good. Okay. And now, I'm afraid to say that literally all 3 dwarves absolutely have gambling, dice, and all that shit as proficiencies. So it's probably not going to be an easy game. 1, 2, 3, and then they've got the other dude who is just like a semi-svelte human guy. Good boy. All right, so one of the dwarves is just like, this is a fucking shite hand, and everyone else is doing pretty fucking well for themselves. And he has to put in for the first drink. So what are you ordering?
I will try not to be the first one to call. I don't want to be setting the budget for this.
Okay. Yeah, then. The other 2 will look you over. The dwarf looks like he's about to say something ridiculous before the human, like, claps a hand over his mouth and goes, we'll just start with beers. First round beers. At which point they'll remove his hand away again, be like, ah, fuck you, lad. And yeah, alright, first drinks come in. And now, give me, like, 3 concurrently. We'll just see how you do throughout the night of drinking, and then we'll do some tests to see how you actually do through the night of drinking.
Sure.
So, 1, 2, 3. Sweet fucking sassafras. Okay.
Well, I'm never worst.
You're never the worst, but you never win, that's for sure. And you never come last. Yeah, never come last. Alright. So, you have to pay for a few drinks here and there, but surprisingly enough, you don't lose hard enough at any point that you're really struggling to pay for this Dwarven Ouroboros. Well, by this point, like, fucking 10, 11 drinks have come and gone, and now we're gonna ask for some Constitution saves. First 2 are normal, third one's gonna be disadvantage.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So up until this point, they've been pretty light with the drinks. Like, you know, you're at 11 deep and you're now actually drunk. But no one's tried to get anything excessive yet. Except now this last game is wrapped up. The humans just like, I'm fucking tapped. I'm just, yeah, head home now. I call a cab. You guys are great. Take care. And he'll clap you on the shoulder, and the doors will be like, already? You're leaving already? No, fine, oh, fine. And he'll leave. There's a fresh spot at the table. And let's see here. Does any of the rest of the party go on over? Otherwise, while they're potentially choosing that. Ariel, you know, you head over and have a chat with Totally Not Anna. Certainly not Brannigan.
Yeah.
She doesn't look ow. She doesn't look a little bit shit-faced in the slightest, despite the fact that you see her. Freya, please.
Jesus Christ.
What am I doing?
Just this
You're
horrible
scratching, like, the
scratching
mic or
noise on the
something.
mic.
Oh, I had the phone the wrong way around. Sorry.
You had it upside down?
I was. Yeah, I think I did against the table. So when I just like pushed the table, I just scratched it. Sorry.
Okay.
I've turned it the other way around now.
Yeah, she like gets another drink and then takes what most people would be like, oh, I'll just have a mouthful, and then she takes the glass away and it's half empty again. Hi there.
Hi. Mind if I sit down here?
You're welcome, of course. Come in, please.
I'll sit on down. So, what's a pretty girl like you doing mostly alone here?
Didn't start alone, and then she like leans forward and pokes Zap in the face and just goes, there. Okay, alone now. Drinking. The weekend.
Of course.
She'll take another mouthful, and the glass is empty again. And yeah, Adam, you can take the empty seat. Looks like the Dwarven Ouroboros and Finn, by extension, have gotten started ahead of you. Finn's doing pretty well. He's drunk, though. You guys are welcome to do more gambling rolls between you. I'll occasionally throw in the dwarves. And if any of you fucking fail hard enough, then you're gonna lose a gold. If you win, you'll gain a gold.
So I'd like to ire Lee through the night, like make flirtation kind of thing, see if she's receptive or not to them.
Yeah, give me a persuasion test.
I've already forgotten her name.
That's fine, I didn't write one down anyway. Gonna call it Eleanor. There you go.
Okay. Cool.
It is, for your gambling rolls, it is a gaming set, or it's charisma, or it is int. Yeah, Ed, your date turns up. She seems pretty pleased with the place. Sad that you didn't come round to hers again, where recently a bunch of regulars left. It's kind of weird, but you know, whatever.
Sorry, they all wanted to come to this one.
Oh, no, she means that the regulars, like the people who used to come there.
No, I know. I meant the reason we didn't come over to her.
Fair enough. Yeah, and she'll order plenty of drinks and talk shop with the elves.
Cool.
Pupper's finally had
Yeah, persuasion. You are very persuasive. She will confess that she's not floating anything extra, sadly. She's just strong. She
That's
will
fine.
show you a fucking huge bicep.
Don't need to have anything extra to still be a fun night.
Oh, okay, sure. She'll look at the passed out dude. I don't know what to do with him.
I'm sure that Tanya could call someone for him. Hopefully.
Yeah, they've got a like a backroom place, Fred. You know, and with the sort of like heat lamps that go up on the wall. Like they're obviously turned off because it's fucking warm outside at the moment. Yeah, they've got like an open area for smoking, and you can see there are a couple people who are out there as well, indulging in a few. And some are indulging in slightly less savory smokables.
Fair enough.
Sadly, there's no Ganjalf here. That's a Europe thing only, apparently.
What? Ganjal?
Yeah, Ganjalf the Weed Wizard.
Alright.
I've had a couple
Realize.
Ganjalfs in the past. They were great.
I'm not much of the drug user in real life.
No, nor am I. I've never partaken of the devil's lettuce or Lucifer's pubes. I've been offered basically every drug because I went to university in fucking Bedford.
Yeah, I think if it's easy to get off of them, unfortunately. But yeah, mostly she'll just sort of, if no one approaches her, she's just going to go for a smoke.
Sure.
If she really wants to, if people are really desperate, she might try and see if she can sell some of the coke, which she doesn't care that much, honestly.
No,
she's probably gonna go on a walk and smoke.
No one's dealing and no one's jonesing. No one comes to this to
Okay.
neutral ground for gear.
Okay, well then she's probably just gonna go like on a walk and just smoke.
Sure. It's a peaceful night. No one tries to mug you at random at night. Yeah. Ariel, it looks like you have scored a date.
Woo!
Congratulations. Similarly, Ed, are you going to be taking Eleanor home?
I think so.
Do you end up calling the same cab as Ariel and Arcana?
Possibly.
Obviously, it's her name, Natana.
That sounds probably for the best. Save a bit of money.
Alright, so. Yeah, sure, she'll be delighted and introduce herself to Ed and Eleanor, who will, in similar confusion, reintroduce herself and say hi again to Ariel. And then, yeah, you all taxi it back to that place for, fucking smash.
Yeah,
and now
show
we
off
can
the toy collection.
Nice. And now
You
we
can
can...
show off that lilac scented pillowcase.
Excellent. Finn and Adam, let's get them rolls for the gamble ambling.
We both already did.
Oh, let's see here. Charisma rolls. Ooh, you with the actually ass rolls there. Well, looks like Adam and one of the dwarves are tied for worst out of this round, so they're both going to lose a gold. However, it means that first and second will gain a gold. So Finn, you get one of Adam's gold. Aha, take that. You guys haven't been paid yet, because it's not been a new day. By the way, you guys have a salary, you get paid for completing a job. That will happen soon.
Oh,
I
hey!
also gave them like 100 gold each.
Yeah, it's true, actually. You actually have got spending money on you. But spending in, like, with a fucking capital S, spending money.
Alright.
Alright, round two?
Yeah.
And also, by this point, the reason those costs are increasing is because the drinks are getting more expensive, too. Looks like zombies for everybody. Oh, that's supposed to be... And it fucking shows you guys both spend a gold. These dwarves are rake it in. Although it doesn't look like they're making any profit since they're now at this point just putting in as much money themselves into just buying more alcohol anyway.
They're now taking their winnings and immediately putting them back
They're
into
immediately
gold.
putting them back into gold, which they're also involving you in anyway because they're dwarves and you're drinking with them, so of course they're getting drinks for you. However, now they're very alcoholic. Can you both give me Constitution saving throws with disadvantage? Finn, you're fucked. Adam, you're fucked. You sat down later to the drink, but apparently, you didn't pre-game quite as efficiently as Finn, as you're both equal amount of...
Alright, let's start off with the Chinese Mai Tais.
Excellent.
Oh god.
Excellent. Yep. Chinese Mai Tais and zombies all the way down. So you guys are both going to get trashed. However, can both of you give me persuade tests? I'll give you advantage since, you know, you're spending money on this at this point.
Sure. 19?
Out of 26.
God, man.
Alright, so
Good
one of
one.
these dwarves has the hookup in gear for Shadowkind. Namely, he makes a pretty penny producing silvered stuff for fighting the dead and some of those special monsters out there. They even get a pretty neat side commission for every time agency people want to get in on like specific things. So, you would like to record somewhere that you know Bruni the Silversmith, and he will happily hook you guys up in the future should you need silvered weapons or munitions.
Alright.
Oh, hey, I might even remember it. In fact, was that roll?
Rare, please. Or scratching noises on your phone.
The Ninja Silversmith
Freya.
is
Thank you.
She just muted.
for getting weapons enchanted or silver inlaid.
This would be silvering for straight production of silver, which we use an alloy that's just about pure enough to count. Or if you're looking for quick and dirty, we just produce stuff pure silver, and we'll run that on the outside of a blade. It's not exactly what you'd call a permanent solution, but it's efficient.
Okay,
Gotta love silvering oil.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
yeah.
mean, I've produced some fucking mighty fine works.
He'll fucking pull out like some like an iPad or something and show you some photos of some like beautiful silvered weapons and some purely made silver ones.
One lad even asked me to make a sword from a video game once. One of these.
And he just shows you a fucking like glamdringer or just, it's just a fucking beautiful piece of art.
Ran him up a fair cost as well. Here he went and got it enchanted and everything.
ooh.
But we do other stuff as well. I can't help but notice your attire there, cowboy. I do ammunitions.
Ah. Yes, much cleaner that way. Don't have to worry about blood and stuff like that.
Speak for yourself. You cut a monster's head off and there's no blood to worry about. Just make sure you swing hard, harm and true.
Yeah. You just hit him right hard right once. Ain't no spraying that at him.
And of course it all disappears if I kill the beastie, and it disappears. That said, I've seen some rather unfortunate folk when it comes to bullets and stuff. One beast took a shot in the gut, of course, didn't kill it, but it bled like a bitch for days. Cracking this thing. Started up a whole big news thing, would have been a couple years ago now.
At which point someone else said, "Listen,
That was like 12 years ago. Whatever, it's a couple. Yeah, you want to be careful not letting them get away. The news love to creep up on the weird shit. Unexplained news and crazy hipsters and people from Florida visiting. You know, can't keep track of it.
Oh, yes. Wait, I thought people from Florida were Shadowkind.
Some of them.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, no, it does actually, when you hear that, explain a lot of the weird shit that turns up in the news, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Soon as someone dips into the bayou, they're replaced with a changeling. And that'd make it all make sense.
I
Nah.
heard one guy tried to rob a McDonald's with an alligator, like using the alligator as a weapon.
Us. Now, come on now, if that doesn't say that's a Shadowkind who found himself getting into the, well, something special, and he'll tap his nose. I don't know what that is. I bet he came through the veil just like 2 weeks before and was desperate for a meal, and all he had for a weapon was an alligator. I tell you, I would not want to be one of those agency people down in Florida. Way too much crazy shit to keep up with. That totally wasn't the other idea for maybe what to do with Urban Arcana. I couldn't bear with just everyone deals with Florida Man every episode. Your rogues gallery becomes too full after like 2 weeks. It spills out of the page.
Half the time it's just the same guy.
Sometimes
Come
it's
on!
just a dude in a different outfit. And it's just too much angel dust.
Gods. If you had done that, I feel like Meme Goblin would have just
Meme Goblin would have been
Be
fucking in his game.
the sanest thing.
Yeah, fucking Meme Goblin. In fact, you'd just walk up to people like, oh shit, I'm coming down, I knew it. I bet all the goblins make the meth in Florida.
I'd believe it.
Yeah, there you go. The secret to Florida explained by Urban Arcana. Everyone fell through the veil, and then just some insanity occurred, and it was just a cover-up for details. No, it was obviously drugs. Drugs absolutely made this man strip naked in a diaper and punch his way through a Walmart with nothing but a golf club, screaming, "The government took my baby." That was just drugs. That was definitely not some actual person who fell through time and space.
That makes way too much sense.
There you go. Okay.
This is that one guy fighting the cops, eating a corn dog, and jacking up at the same time.
See, he just has cunning actions.
Yes.
But how?
Cunning action doesn't make sense half the time it's used anyway.
Yeah.
But he only has 2 hands. They're both in use. Was he just kickboxing the police?
Sometimes you have to balance the food on your dangus mid-stroke to punch someone in the face.
I mean, he could just had the whole entire like corn dog kind of like just
Crammed in-
stuffed
yeah,
in the
crammed
mouth,
in his
half
mouth.
hanging out. Yeah, exactly.
I bet he had the best cum ever. There's no way to top that orgasm story, is there? We're like, alright, let me tell you about the best orgasm I ever had. So imagine this, I was in the middle of the road, punching a cop and eating a corn dog. That story only ends one way, and it ends with a big nut.
Florida man. Florida man.
Yes, so... Eventually, though, everyone's respective nights will end. Finn, Adam... It's a rough one. Finn's got a new phone number. Adam as well, sorry. They've both got a new number. Bruni the Silversmith has been plugged onto their phone somewhere. And you know when someone dials up and then it shows a picture? You won't know this until eventually one day you try and call them again. It's just a picture of both of you just absolutely shit-hammered. And
I'm making the bunny
Look.
ears behind Adam's head.
of course.
There's no question about that.
And he's making the bunny ears but in your face, so it's just like blocking half of your face. Just missed.
I don't know. Would it be this or the finger gun?
That would be the finger gun, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd make the finger gun.
Start showing off your ocelot noises.
Yeah.
Like, that is a very realistic ocelot.
Do I run into anything?
Do you go looking for trouble?
Entertainment. Let's put it like that. Looking for entertainment.
Roll me a d4.
You sounded just like I did.
Uh, 1d4.
Got you a solid 1.
There's like one dude huffing glue in a street as you're like walking by. That'd be your chance to interact with this dude just like huffing in broad daylight. Or broad street light.
He's huffing glue.
Yeah. Got a paper bag held up to his face, he's just fucking huffing. It sounds a lot like that, yeah.
I'm not quite sure whether she would even try to interact or just keep on walking.
I'm leaving the potential out there. Do you interact with the Huffer? Otherwise, I'm afraid nothing else happens that night.
She'll ask him if he can afford some real shit. Why not? Let's go down that path.
I think I dropped my wallet in my bag, he says with a face muffled behind a paper bag. It's glued to his face by this point.
Okay, so where did you put your bag?
Look at you like you're an idiot, like you're the weirdo, and then look down at the bag that's glued to his face.
She'll walk over and rip the bag from his face.
Fucking glue pours out. Do we yelp? Beard comes away as well. Ah! Inside you see that there is like a wallet and an apple and a lot of glue.
She'll gingerly fish the wallet out, hand him his bag back, and look through his wallet. I feel like I'm just robbing him at this point.
I think it sounds a lot like you're just robbing a Huffer. I don't know how you do it.
What what do I find in this wonderful specimen of humanity?
Sticky 20, a sticky ID, a sticky debit card, a sticky credit card, a sticky donor card. Oh, it's a donor card. Really love this dude's organs. And half a baggie of coke.
She'll give him his wallet. Nothing will be taken from it.
Yeah, he'll put it in his pocket, which is probably the worst decision he's made that evening. Alright, have a nice day! He'll, like, rub at his very hurt face now.
She'll walk away rubbing her forehead. Wondering
glue
why
on
she
your
bothered
forehead.
to... Fuck off, lady.
Yeah, you just like go for the temple touch, and then when you pull your hand away, it doesn't. And you're like, oh fuck. There's a reason he kept it in a bag, you know. Real geniuses use the bag. Not on your bare skin. Oh no.
Glue does not work like that.
Sure it
not
does.
like
It's super glue.
It does.
It absolutely
actually-
works
That's
like
like-
that.
It does.
Yeah,
Like super glue literally melts skin to glue skin to skin. So it takes like 3
Only
seconds
over
of
time.
contact.
You are full of shit. I've used super glue in real life.
Strong enough to get high as a
I've used
fucking
it as a
kite on.
band-aid.
Dude, she doesn't have that much on her fingers. It's like maybe a...
There
drop.
was
No, he dumped several bottles in
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, he might have had that, but she was gingerly getting it out of there.
That said though,
She
there
just fucking just plugged
there
your
is
hand in.
now a danger of you sticking your fingers to each other or to things until you wash your hands. Or you wait until the glue dries and you've got a hardened layer of your own melted skin on your fingers.
Oh yeah, I used to love pulling that off as a child.
I think we all did actually.
I don't think you'll like this one pulling
No,
off.
this
It
would-
sounds like really
No.
high quality.
You say that, but this is the individual who happily
Yeah, you're right, you
showed
did.
off holding a smiteable gun.
Yeah, if anything,
This
you
cannot
should have
be
probably
worse.
made sure to really rub it into your hands so you can try and peel away the dead flesh from
So-
your necrotic adventures.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah.
You're
Not
gonna
like
like you're
that.
gonna clap your hands together and then roll them back and forth, and there's just gonna be palms coming off, just bone underneath.
Turns out
next
Black is a masochist.
No, it turns out she's just
Next-
a leper now.
No, next time she makes an intimidation roll, she pulls off her like gloves, and all you see is like bone and flesh and hand,
That would
and just like meat
it'd
and hand.
spook a lot of fucking people. It would also give you so many infections. Just gallons of them.
Yeah, so that's why that's not going to be happening. Yeah, she'll find a place to wash her hands, like some communal.
Yeah, there's like
Fountain or whatever they
a
have.
gas station bathroom. Like, yeah,
Do you
sure.
not have like I would have thought in like Arizona you have those like little stupid water features.
What? Wastewater? Are you kidding?
No, because they
In the
recycle it.
Desert sitting.
No.
They recycle it, don't they? The way the water features work, they come back down through the system.
They
and
do,
recycle
but you
it.
still lose water through like the sun dehydrating all of it. Like, most common water features
Oh,
would just
okay.
fucking dry out to a bone.
You say that, but America doesn't make sense.
They don't.
Humanity
No,
doesn't
Las
make
Vegas.
sense. Like,
Las Vegas is evidence that it doesn't make sense at all. But that said, no. There's even if there are like communal fountains and stuff, they're definitely turned off at night. But there's
Oh,
like a
yeah,
gas station bathroom.
yeah, she'll wash her hands and she'll probably just walk on home. And when
Yep.
she gets there, she'll just grab a shower and then probably go to bed, I guess.
Phoenix City, I'm gonna assume.
I don't think there actually is a
For
communal.
God's sake! I can't
there's
hear any of you. Hold on, give me a sec.
I mean,
All right, then.
Merce just showed a picture of a giant fountain.
Yeah, it's a town in a county in Arizona that has the one of the tallest fountains. They are not the big busy city, Phoenix, in the dead of fucking summer.
Plus,
Hello?
it's like
Hello.
yeah, we can hear. Plus, it's like in the middle of the lake, Freya.
I know. I was just saying, like,
Yeah, no.
Merce didn't link to
yeah,
it.
no. I'm afraid that this place is not home to one of the world's largest fountains, or a lake.
Yeah, she'll just wash her hands, buy a bowl of water, and walk on home.
Vegas is a desert mirage that came real.
I love the description.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, you encounter a gas station, and this time there's no one to like. I don't know, no huffers to punish. No huffers to abuse. Guy's gonna wake up
So-
sans half a beard because it didn't get picked gently off.
I don't think there was any way that was getting picked gently off. Maybe like scissored off. But you know.
It's nice and all. Yeah, okay. Seems ridiculous. Then again, yeah, this is enough for them. Yeah. So Ed, so Ariel, what do you guys do?
Can I wager for advantage on this check, considering I have a big old collection of
Yeah, you know
enhancements.
what? If you succeeded your persuasion with aplomb, I will permit you advantage. Or tell you what, if you got a tool, you can have your proficiency bonus. Again, as the tool proficiency.
Can I roll dexterity?
All right.
Yeah, you can use dexterity. I forget
So
which
I
room
should
is
just-
Ariel's room.
I should just make a proficiency tool that just says Ariel's collection.
Forget what everyone's rooms are. That, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Adam, Finn, do either of you sleep in another's bed? Do you wake up being penetrated?
But do we get to play this game again?
Well, Adam, what do you say?
You know what?
Nice.
This is
Who's the top?
Revolver
Who's the
Ocelot,
catcher?
so-
Who's the pitcher?
Revolver Ocelot always seemed like a bottom to me.
Really? I figured him for pitching. Look at power
No.
bottom.
He likes trying to please too many people.
Definitely a power
Definitely a power
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah, power bottom.
Okay, so what is your character then? Is he a pitcher or is he a... I'm referring to Finn.
Too drunk to fucking notice.
Fair enough.
I should probably honestly make Constitution save versus whiskey deck.
Okay, that's a good idea. You succeed despite being I'm shit myself drunk. Hooray! And everyone has a good night. Ed, you definitely end up with more than a finger in you at some point.
That's fine.
They just,
I'm an elf.
yeah, you're an elf still. She presses the party button a few times to help you along.
That's fine. Ed's cool with that.
pictures of fucking lava cakes they've made. Good.
Where's this?
Nowhere else.
Probably.
Nice stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, so you guys have yourselves a delightful encounter. Hey, Ed, how would you feel about rolling me Constitution check?
A check.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
What do you mean, Jesus Christ? What?
If you're rolling Constitution for, you should go like a couple of fingers, not a fist up there.
No. It's not that would have been a save if it's save versus.
Someone isn't on the pill, Freya.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
but surely Eleanor should be rolling that. That's why I
They
thought.
both do. It's
They both do.
yeah.
Wait, is
Ed
it-
already failed.
Yeah, you already failed. I'm not even gonna bother. You know, I will bother. We'll see. How would she have done? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, no, there is no unfortunate surprise conceptions.
Oh, good.
The checks for elves is higher anyway. It's very much more difficult to get them all knocked up. Exors. Why they're so useful and
Really?
stretchy.
I thought it would have been. You know what? Okay.
No, it's really
Elves are
hard for elves.
immortal. They better have a lower
It's-
birth rate.
Yeah, it's really hard for elves to get pregnant. That's always been the case. Like most
The only
things.
case I've gotten of an immortal's getting pregs as easy as the tieflings and Borks, and it's because they developed that way because they kept dying in slavery. That sure changed. Anyway. You have your respective times. Ludka goes to sleep in the shower.
No, I went to sleep in there. I took a shower first.
Of course, okay. And then morning
Sleep
comes.
in the shower.
And then Finn and Adam have to race to see who goes to throw up in the bath first.
Whoa, throw up in the bath?
Well, one gets the toilet and one gets the bath.
Oh, but I get up at 6 a.m. Do you think they'd get up before then?
You know what? They do not, because they are gonna wake up at like approaching 8 in various states of undress. Maybe one of them didn't even actually get their pants off completely all the way, and their bodies want to do nothing but make stuff leave them. Yep, initiative check as
wanna
well from
dib-
Finn.
I'm definitely dibsing the bathroom to use it then when I get up at 6 before
Yeah.
these apes
That's fine.
destroy
True
the
strike.
bathroom.
No, as if you could succeed a concentration check in your state.
I mean, for last night, yes.
Okay.
You don't lose concentration until it starts wearing off.
Oh, Finn, you are right there. You get your choice. You get the pick of the litter. Where do you want to throw up first?
Please, not the shower. Maybe the toilet, the toilet's a good idea.
Yes, toilet.
Alright. Adam, it looks like with you and when Finn beats you to bolting upright and running out to be sick, you're you have second picks, I'm afraid.
Think?
There's
No, definitely the shower. Just
You piece of shit. You piece of shit.
don't worry, you'll have to do some cleaning later.
yeah.
Well, I
just,
already used
Oh.
the shower, so I'm fine.
nobody's gonna try to talk and spray it. Just
Delightful.
He's just spinning in a circle propelled by his own vomit.
yeah.
This is terrible.
Oh.
What is this, like is this a uni dorm or a fucking like Asians?
Yeah, it's just like it's not so much a sock on the door as a cowboy hat and a boot, and you don't know why how they're even balancing on the handle. I really should have a sink in there. You know, yeah. Let's see if they've got a good token for the sink. Sink.
I mean, if they don't, I have one.
Down.
If I could have gotten her food and fucked off, either outside or into the tech room after knowing this would happen.
It's a fair gamble right there. There you go. I'm lucky enough to also have a sink directly next to the toilet. I'm like, in heaven, it's so convenient. It's like right there, guys. On the other side of the room, like some kind of plebeian has to walk 3 extra steps to wash their hands.
I've always found that strange when the sink isn't near the toilet.
Is that ever a thing?
Yeah,
I-
I mean, one of the my mother's old house, like the fucking, if you were to imagine it, there was like toilet back corner of the room, sink front and far opposite corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's because
What the fuck?
I believe it's because the sink replaced where a shower used to be. Like because
yes,
most
that makes
bathrooms have to conform to conform one of those to the pipes that already are there. So if anything gets swapped
Oh.
out, like they're just fucking like, oh well, I've got a pipe here, guess I'll fucking stick a sink in.
Somebody messed up at my parents' house, and the shower and the toilet is in a different room ever so slightly. It's like a half bathroom, and the other half of the bathroom is just the sink.
That's the worst.
I don't know. I sort of like it because I could be taking a dump while someone else is like washing their hands or doing whatever. And,
I'd rather there were two bathrooms, dude.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry,
want to
there's
take.
not
I don't want to
enough
take
room
a. I don't want to take a shit and then have to like open doors and stuff to get to a sink afterwards.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to be in another room to perform the triple S preparation, as we all know it. Shit,
Yeah,
shave,
dude,
and shower.
It's like when you have the fucking like when you have a toilet not in the room with like the shower or the bath. And then people are like, oh, but it's more hygienic. I'm like, no, not really. If you clean your bathroom, you should be fine. Stop
I mean,
moving
yeah, it's
around
the
the
same.
things where you want to wash shit out of your body and off of your body.
Yep.
Just have it all in one place. It just makes more sense.
I don't know. Consider like you also like it takes me forever to take a dump though.
Well,
Yeah,
have
but
more
that's-
than
Oh
one
yeah, no, I
bathroom.
mean squat and surf is
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, it
Squat
sounds like
and
the
surf.
rest of the people's problem in the house rather than yours.
Welcome to the modern era. Nobody just goes to the toilet. They have like music, a book to read, iPad.
Yeah,
Yeah, squat and surf. Yeah, so Finn, Adam, you have a not entirely romantic morning. Of luck, you'll be able to like hide away from that nightmare to be. Ariel, you wake up, your ears are being like casually nommed on. Yarm, yarm,
Yeah.
yarm.
Yay.
Enjoy trying to use the bathroom.
And Ed, you wake up. I mean, like, Ed's a big dude. You take up a lot of that bed, so there's nowhere to lie but on you. So obviously, that's how she wakes up. She seems okay
Fine.
with this arrangement. She will
So
make
does
sure
Ed.
she reacquaints herself with you. Make another make another dexterity check.
All right.
Well, apparently
Much
you're
better.
way better in the morning.
Yeah, because he has morning wood, that's why.
Of course. So yeah, gonna be occupied for a couple of extra hours as you do, before she will
That's
then
fine.
eventually leave and get on with her day.
Yeah.
Ariel, unless you move, Anna seems content to sleep there. Sorry, not Anna. Seems content to sleep there for the entire day.
I'll give it a few hours before waking up and moving along.
Yep. Okay then.
Thought that we should definitely do it again and get her phone number, give her mine, all that.
Yeah.
Very
excellent.
fun night.
She gives you a number.
Give-
It is 7. She
I'd
just
like
goes,
to.
Right, phone number, of course.
You should probably not like have her in the house the entire day if we get like work stuff because we can't really have. I'm not saying that she would listen in, but
I mean, to be fair, she's
Yeah.
she's a shadow kind and an independent. It's not like they're bringing home the unawakened.
Yeah.
still, it's if she could still sell information.
Sure.
She could. She could.
The dits,
Like,
the,
it's
the, the,
professional,
the
what
dits,
they
the
say.
dits thing is just an act.
Yep. I'll definitely give her a good old kiss on the cheek, maybe on the lips more before she goes away.
Yeah, excellent. Well, insisted it was a very nice time. You're a very squishy bunny.
I'm glad to hear. Definitely do it again. Give me a call sometime.
Bye.
Bye.
And then obviously, at some point, there is a ringing. Ariel, you're fine.
I'll answer it. Hello.
Hey, this is Era. Just want to let you know that your review is in. You can officially call your job closed. Congratulations.
That's good.
And
Hopefully we did all right on the review.
it
Bar-
was
barring our first.
it was looking pretty sketchy, but it seems you guys pulled it out. As such, your pay. Let's see. Yeah. Now then, do I pull you out a standard amount, or would you like it rolled?
If it's, can we
Standard.
decide ourselves if we roll?
No, group decision.
I think it
Because
should be.
Alright.
because it'll be an amount that then gets split. I don't want anyone getting different balances of money. I suppose I could let you know what the variance is.
Yeah. What is the variance?
It's
a group
the
decision.
difference is back and forth by about 75 gold each.
I say
How
take
much is
standard.
what's the minimum
I
we
mean-
get if we roll?
Don't want to tell you that.
How much do we get if it's a flat number?
You'll get what would be the average of the potentially lowest number and the potentially highest. The difference is about 75 gold between lowest and highest.
Do we not know what our average wage is?
No, that's what she's saying. She wants
Okay.
us to decide blind, or near blind.
Like,
Yeah.
think of it like when people are, getting their hit dice rolled. There's obviously a minimum number and a maximum number, or you take the average, right? This is, do you want to take the average pay, or do you want to take the potentially minimum or potentially highest?
I'm a slut for rolling, so
I would like to roll, but before that is the case, if it is, I would like to point out I think we should get some sort of advantage because we did get extra money for the business because of how we handled it with Tammy.
Which covered up your
But we
fuck-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah, but our fuck up.
I
that
would
guy
like the
dies.
standard.
I like standard as well.
Hey,
Bob,
Bob,
you're the
Bob,
tiebreaker.
you're the tiebreaker.
Bob, tiebreaker.
You might be muted because Papa's.
All right. So, oh, I never clicked enter. Okay. So, all right. So we don't know what the high number or what the low number is.
Correct. You don't know what you're getting paid. It's whether it gets rolled, and I will even let one of you roll it if you super want to, or you take
I'll
the
roll.
average.
Oh, let one of us roll. Average.
All right, average it is.
There you go. Thank you, Bob. You know the right way.
Okay.
Because it's either probably gonna pick me or Rizindi, and
I
But
can
I
roll well
do
sometimes.
All right, you each make 175 gold.
Nice.
cool.
Oh, we could have made 250.
Mm-hmm. Well, no,
Uh-huh,
you
could
could have
have.
made 225, or you could have made less.
So it's 175, you said?
Wait,
I was actually the lower number is only like 25 lower than taken. I wasn't going to go with the exact averages. The difference between lowest and highest is 75, but there's your numbers are floating point in the middle.
oh,
Performance
you
based.
dick.
Right. So you said it was 175 then?
Correcto.
I have a fair dosh about money. If I'd taken the stuff from Thingy, I would have been loaded as
You'd
fuck.
be you'd
but I
be
didn't.
fucking loaded. But
Not
yeah,
unhappy with my
let him
decision.
keep it. But yeah, that'll have implications later in the future of this game. That said,
I think
Madeas, you got to disappear early tonight. So congratulations on completing your job. Yeah.
Before you go, we did somehow succeed. Did we succeed enough to get to level 3?
Okay. You guys can level up.
Alright.
Cool.
Cool.
Means I definitely gotta get the motorcycle first.
Nice.
But yes, I will put together potential things for you guys to do and bounce off you in just at some fucking random point during the week.
I think I made enough money to get a motorcycle as well.
Dope. So,
Nice.
Cool.
Right. This has been fun, Scout. I hope you'll be able to stop dreading running this, and
don't count on it.
you're getting into the groove as well.
We're a ways away from that, but maybe we'll get there. So, if we're watching in the stream or watching in the VOD, then I hope as usual that you all have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and please do take care.
Happy
Bye, stream.
Halloween, Valentine's Day, sorry.